What I did today. Ba 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 bum ba 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 bum bum bum. I needed to prune off, harvest the new growth, all of the wonderful growth on some of my herbs. So I got out this morning early and harvested a bunch of herbs. So I'm going to weigh what I've got, and I'm going to show you what I've got. And then I'm going to dehydrate everything. Well, I have it all piled up in these two baskets. I need to separate it out because I've got two different kinds of things in here and two different kinds of things in here. Okay, let's start with this. I think I probably need to put it in something on there. It will fall off. Hold on. I'm going to put it in a bowl. And zeroing out the bowl. There we go. This is lemon balm. I've got a lot of it. And I'm glad I have a lot of it. It sure smells good, my goodness. I remember when I was a little girl, my mom had a plant and it didn't look like this. I remember, well, you know, that was a long time ago. I kind of remember it having a silvery kind of leaf, but it had the same smell, and you could actually stick it in your mouth and it'll taste like lemon. And of course that's what this does too. And I think there were lots of seed pods from nobody getting out in the garden and doing anything with last fall. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, we've got $12 ounces. Oh. Lemon balm, 12 ounces. Okay, bowl's back on. Make sure it's zeroed out. Yep, it is still. And this is red vein sorrel. And I have 4 ounces. And we'll put that back on top here. Okay. This is lavender, and it smells really good too. I have 2.1 ounces.
Well, where are you, honey?
Hold on. Okay, and then last but not least, I I think this is oregano. I'm not real positive. .9 ounces. All of these herbs have wonderful benefits. They all can make tea. They all can be dried to save for tea and for flavorings in food. And there's some medicinal qualities to them too. I'm no expert at all of that, so if you want to know the medicinal qualities, I suggest you do a little bit of research and you can find out what those medicinal qualities are. I know with the oregano, I have a story about that. When my grandson was born, my daughter was bound and determined that she was going to nurse him, which she did, but it hurt to do that. And the doctor gave her some medicine, kind of made it worse. But then someone suggested that she use some oregano essential oil, which she did. It cleared the problem right up, and she had no problem nursing after that. And having a baby was a very pleasant experience for her, raising that baby. He's 12 years old now. Whoa, 11? I think he's 11. I think I'm making him older than he is. He will be 12 in July, which is coming up real soon here. He's growing up like a weed. Like the weeds in my garden, too fast. But I don't want to pull him out and discard him at all. I want to keep him. A weed is only something that grows where you don't want it to. And I definitely want my grandson. He's such a sweetie. Very polite young man. The only good part about little kids growing up is that you get to watch them turn into mature, caring, responsible adults. And he's well on his way to being the kind of man that he should be, because he loves God, and for the most part he listens to his mama. I mean, you know, he is a boy and he is a preteen, but she's doing a good job disciplining him when he needs to be disciplined. He's very tender-hearted. He's a good boy. And I'm very thankful. And if you're listening, and I know he listens to all my videos at some point, I love you, Micah. Yes. Let's see, the oregano, the lemon balm makes wonderful, wonderful tea. And such a marvelous lemon flavor. And of course, y'all know how wonderful lavender is. It's very calming. And these are lavender stalks without the blooms. They haven't bloomed yet this year. And I pulled out a bunch of grass that was growing, where it wasn't supposed to be growing. I didn't get all of it. I couldn't reach all of it from where I was, but I got most of it. And I got a couple more. I got some more tomatoes planted. Still waiting on dirt to fill up that one more tote. But I got not lots, but I got some of the extra things that I was going to cohabitate with the tomatoes planted. Some onions and some flowers. Still have more of that to take care of. I still have more tomatoes to put in some of the smaller pots that are sitting around outside a little bit every day. I wanted to come in and rest for a bit, but now it's starting to warm up out there. It was 72 when I looked a little bit ago, and I'll putter around on the porch a little. My porch is an absolute disaster, so I need to putt around a little bit at a time, a few minutes at a time with that, and kind of get it straightened up and cleaned up, and I've got stuff I need to throw away. And I need to get those herbs that I just showed you. Some of them will go in the dehydrator, and some of them will get hung up to dry, because that's more than what will fit in my dehydrator. And my dehydrator, I just run for a very short period of time, because it's one of the cheapy dehydrators that I can't adjust the temperature. The temperature is what the temperature is. And I know that herbs need to be dehydrated at a very low temperature. So just a while, maybe an hour, I don't know. It won't take long for them to start getting crispy, and then I can let them sit to finish. I just don't want to overcook them, because then they lose some of their qualities. But I'm very thankful to have all of those fresh herbs straight from my garden. And like I said in yesterday's video, it might have been the day before, or both, I am feeling so refreshed at actually being able to get out and work in my garden. The plastic that we've laid down helps me to get around. It's not ideal, and hubby didn't get it fastened and pulled real taut, but it still works, and it's the way it's going to have to be this year. We make adjustments when we have to. Well, I don't think I'll show you the process of me getting those ready to dehydrate, because that's pretty straightforward. Laying some of them on the dehydrator, the levels, and the rest of it I'll just tie up with string and hang somewhere where it won't get dusty and where it can just dry naturally. And I will enjoy lavender, lemon balm, red vein sorrel, which also tastes lemony, and oregano. Before the summer's over, I know I'll get more, because I'll have to, it'll all grow back and I'll have to harvest again, and that's a good thing. I have some lemon balm in another area in my yard too. I don't know if it needs to be harvested or not. And then I have some mint that I need to harvest a little bit of that, but for another day. I'm glad, well, I get frustrated that I can't do what I want to do in the garden because of my legs. But I'm thankful that I can do what I can do. And it's better than not doing anything. So I thank God that He's given me the strength to do what I can do. And I trust Him that I will eventually be healed in His time and in His way. Y'all, prayers appreciated much. And I know some of you have been and continue to be praying for me. And I appreciate that more than you know. So I'm going to go ahead and log out. And continue to garden just a little bit every day. Will it grow? Indeed it will. Gardening, homesteading skills. If you want to check out the hashtag, there are videos there from lots of people, not just me, doing all kinds of things that have to do with gardening and homesteading. Not just gardening, but there's people there that raise goats and chickens, and people that live in other parts of the world that have vegetables and fruit that I've never heard of. And multitudes of different ways to garden. And so check it out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do that. Like I said, I appreciate every one of you. And I will see you in my next video, perhaps tomorrow. I know I don't promise to get a video out every day, but I try when I have things that I'm busy doing. So I'll see you in the next video. And until that next video, and even longer, may God's love and blessings surround you in a very special and magnificent way. This is Darlene from Darlene's Garden, wishing you a wonderful day, happy gardening, happy YouTube watching, happy homesteading, happy relaxing, happy whatever you're doing. Darlene signing out.